Yo, Sports Jazz, everyone. Josh and Isaac, we are back live streaming. How is everyone? Yeah, it's been a long wait. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. Sports Jazz, subscribe. Do not stop subscribing. Hit the like button, guys. Turn on the notification. We need that notification going on every time we put out something there for you. Thank you once again. Yo, Josh, what up? I hope you've healed. I hope you've recovered. I hope you've nursed yourself the yesterday's match.
Yeah, but there was nothing really wrong with the result yesterday. So I'm good. I'm
Josh,
good.
really?
The things that worry
You're
me are far
backtracking.
deep. Yes, the things that worry. No, 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 no. The things that worry me are far beyond just the result. But for the result, at least it was a positive. We didn't lose another game. So, I mean, yeah, it is not as bad as we thought it would be because
Well,
the way the game
I
turned
just
out,
think
it looked like we were going to just sail through.
Ten Hag was only saved by if Maguire had not headed that goal in. I'm telling you, it was going to be different because even up to now, fans are not majority of the fans are not convinced, and that includes me myself. I mean, I love Ten Hag from when he came from Ajax. I mean, when he was speaking, all he says what all what comes to an end,
All
eras come to an
eras come
end.
to an end.
Yeah, something like that. You know, he gave me those vibes, and I'm like, oh my god, we have the man, we have the main man, we have Pep on ourselves.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to cook
No,
these guys, and bro, I don't know
yeah,
whether it's
he's
just
really a
aging.
good coach. He's really a good coach, and I think if United was looking to for a coach and Eric Ten Hag was not at United, he would be the man that we would go for because he demonstrated from wherever he was that he was actually a very structured manager. He was a very organized manager, and you thought that maybe if that was brought at United, then we would have a start of a rebuild of sorts, but things don't seem to be that way. I mean, I don't think we can perform any worse than we are performing now. You don't look like the players don't look like they are going to actually overcome this or turn this around. For me, actually, I do not want Eric Ten Hag to leave. I want Eric Ten Hag to stay longer, but it's getting very difficult for me to continue to support that argument because every time we play a football game, I watch so many things that are not changing from the manager, and the manager who is progressive, you would at least try to stop the club from bleeding. But we continue to bleed. We continue to be very exposed. We
Unfortunately,
continue to be very we continue to be very chaotic. We continue to break all the wrong records. So it's difficult. It's really difficult. You can't really wrap your finger around the things that are happening at the club.
once again, guys, Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac, we are back, and today we have yeah, that was Josh crying. Unfortunately, it's not so good when you start mourning because of Ten Hag. But yeah, we're looking at today Aston Villa versus Man United, the preview. Villa looks, I mean, Villa just beat Bayern full game, 1-0 in the Champions League. Do not forget they even had a goal disqualified offside. So, I mean, Villa comes in very strong, uh, high hopes. I saw Unai Emery saying for the game against Man United, he's going to prepare for that too. He's not worried about that, and that's very good. I like such positivity. As for Ten Hag, I mean, with what I watched yesterday, I don't know. I still remember most people, by the way. I went back and sat and I was like, let me rewatch this game and see why he had to take off Rashford. But I understand. Although, I mean, I understand him
Mm.
as a manager because if you look at it,
You
all
you
the
got you
goals
got to
came
the
from
bottom
his
of it.
side. Yeah, all the goals, Rashford was not tracking. All the goals that came were coming from Rashford and who? And The
Dallo.
player who was who was it? Dallo? Yeah, our left back.
Casemiro.
No, 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 Josh. I
Dallo.
mean,
Dallo
leave
played
Casemiro.
left
It
back.
was Dallo.
Dallo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I even looked at the heat map and I just sat down. I was like, why did this happen? Because I couldn't get my head around it. So I realized it's because he wasn't falling back. So he thought if he brought in
But
Ganacho.
actually, no.
Mm,
Yes.
no, 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 no.
No,
Josh,
it's
go on.
okay.
He
Go
was
on.
what?
Okay. Actually, yesterday's game, Rashford did a lot of work tracking back. It's just that he's the wrong player to be tracking back, because if you have a
Mm,
very fast wing forward, he's going to beat him for pace. So he's not in a position to stop the player from crossing the ball, and he was at fault for maybe allowing that player to cross the ball. But for me,
yeah,
I believe that if Eric Ten Hag sets up in that manner, he should give that role to the
to one
defensive
of
midfielder, or
yeah, to one of
yeah,
the
one of
DMs.
Casemiro or Eriksen, yeah, to be the ones to actually either go on the right or on the left to press the wing
He wasn't
forward,
just to
so
be
the wing
taken off.
forward does not cross the ball. Yeah, but I did not understand the comment of Eric Ten Hag when he talked about subbing Rashford. But I later quickly understood why he said what he said. When I looked at it, I could not believe it when I read it.
You
So
know,
I
when
went
he was taken
and
off,
watched him
that
speak.
right back
Yeah,
was
when
Porto's right back was relieved because he was running rings around him. I mean, undoubtedly he was our best player. However, man of the I mean, to me, my man of the match yesterday with a goal and an assist, and you could see the
yeah,
havoc and
yeah, but
uh,
there are aspects of the aspects the manager can see that you may not have seen, but
I agree.
it is rightfully so to say that Rashford should have been in a position to, okay, maybe he instructed him to be in a position to stop that ball from being crossed, but for me it is not Rashford's role to stop that cutback for the player who is going to cross the
I
ball,
agree because
because
he
I
had
mean
done his job so
Rashford can
well,
only do so
scoring and
much.
assisting. Yeah,
Yeah, even the tracking back, when you see his heat map, he was a bit tracking back. The biggest
mm.
problem was his despite tracking back, he was not really he was at fault for letting the player cross the ball. But for me, that is a role either of the midfielders, the central midfielders should be doing, and not really Rashford's job.
He
You
was my
remember the
man of the
game
match
against
yesterday.
yeah, you remember the game against Liverpool when Rashford lost that ball, the one Van der Ven
Oh,
made that maze run and
I was
assisted.
actually thinking about that when you asked. You
But
remember the game about Liverpool?
that was not, yeah, but
You
that was not Rashford's fault
I remember
one
Ugarte tried
bit.
to run, but the Ugarte should have tracked that. You remember Ugarte was there to stop
Yeah,
that dude, but he
but
failed.
you know, a lot of fans and pundits were calling for Rashford to have not given up and run back to chase Van der Ven. But for me, it was a lost cause for Rashford to even get anywhere close to Van der Ven. Yes, maybe you come back, but look at the momentum that Rashford has come with. Rashford was running. Actually, they bypassed with Van der Ven. So, I mean, he's not a robot that you're going to just switch him on and you're like, okay, turn and chase. I mean, like the momentum he came with, he bypassed with Van der Ven. Van der Ven is a quick player. He was never going to get him. I mean, it would have been for maybe reels or playback videos for guys to say that,
Josh,
hey, look at Rashford, he's so lazy, he's way behind Van der Ven.
Josh, and I do agree. I see Nelson in the comment section. Hi, Nelson. What's up? I see Nelson says we need Eric to be more reactive on the pitch
Hey
when his
Nelson.
players mess up on the pitch, other than waiting for them in the dressing room. And by the way, yesterday, I don't know whether you read the news. It took them almost 90 minutes to get out of the dressing room. As soon as the game was done, they went straight into the dressing room. I
That
don't know,
is
maybe it
good.
was Ten Hag fuming, but so the guys had
Yeah,
to wait
that
and
is a
wait, and that's why you see interviews from some of the players like Maguire. Harry Maguire. Who else was it? I mean, came Rashford himself came way after. Player FC Porto players waiting outside the dressing room to change, rather exchange shots or jerseys, while United players were locked inside. And yeah, I agree with Eric. He needs to be more reactive
They
on the
had to.
pitch.
They had to.
I mean, players mess up. Josh, I told you about that. I remember during the watch along, he's seated. I mean, that is also okay.
Yeah, you
His
prefer him to
arms
be more
folded.
animated.
No, no, not really. But I don't know. Get involved. Get involved with your players, Josh. Get involved. Uh, get to the line. I mean, call them out. Give them morale. Point out what they are doing wrong. You know, a lot has to be done. A lot has to change. And today, was it BBC was interviewing Jim Ratcliffe about Ten Hag, and he said, "Look, guys, I'm not in position to fire Ten Hag. I like him as a manager; he's very good, but that decision all rests on the board. But again, you cannot push the board so hard because you see the CEO Omar Berada, Dan Ashworth, just joined this season, so they're still studying. Give them time; they know what they're doing, and maybe with time, yeah, good things come to those who wait." Josh, briefly, we get before we get, you know what? Let's get into it. Josh, are we looking at the last dance for Eric Ten Hag this weekend? Aston Villa taking on Manchester United. Because Roma is, I think I sent you a message and you brushed it off. If this goes south, if they maybe if they draw, maybe if they draw, there's a slight chance. There's a slight chance. But if Aston Villa whoops Manchester United, there goes Ten Hag. And I think, I mean, we are even going to Villa Park to make things worse. I don't know what you think about that, Josh. Is it the last game for Ten Hag? Josh?
Well, I don't think it is enough for Eric Ten Hag to. I don't think it is enough for Eric Ten Hag to just win this game. The
Yeah.
performance must be really better. United must perform in a manner that it is actually convincing that we've turned even if we win this game, uh, there'll be things that will remain unanswered from Ten Hag if we have a decimal performance. But I don't see how we are going to perform any better than we've been performing because Eric Ten Hag seems to be very deluded in the things that he thinks should be working for him. He's very his way is the right way, but I don't think it is working for Man United.
Yeah, Josh, I'm sorry we didn't get that right. We lost you for a few seconds. But anyway, Josh, I mean, I think, after yesterday's game, I personally think Ten Hag is the problem right now at Manchester United. As I said, we have players who live for international duty. You're going to see it. They leave, they go. Bruno, Lika, Dallo go international job, or rather international duty, play so well for their national teams, and when they come back, it's shambles. We are bad. We are so poor, very, very, very poor. And I mean, there's literally nothing left to defend Ten Hag. And I do believe when because I remember Ten Hag says Rashford wasn't injured. Yeah, he lost he took him off. Is it what did he call it? Rotation. That sounds like a man. That sounds like a man who's about to
He
get
didn't even
sacked.
say No, he didn't even say rotation, but maybe his decision was right. For me, if you say that you did watch back and you saw that Rashford was at fault for not stopping those crosses, maybe it's a right thing. But when I watched him speak, I read and they had maybe paraphrased what he said into the word rotation. But from what he said Ganacho has to come on, you know
Mm.
the turnaround is so quick, and we they have one extra day of rest than we do. So I mean, Ganacho had to play, But for me, when I saw his facial expression, I did read something into a manager who is covering up the real cause for the substitution. For me, it appeared that they might have had an argument about exactly the thing that you saw, and that argument resulted into Rashford being substituted. It was such
Josh?
a crazy call.
Yeah, it was a crazy call, and I still don't
Yes,
understand. But
yes, yes.
yeah, but let's wait and see I mean, what awaits for Ten Hag over the weekend. And just let's talk about Aston Villa. I'm in love with Aston Villa. I'm in love with the kind of football they play. I'm in love with the manager. Uh, I mean, I remember at the beginning of the season. Actually, I think before, like a week before the season started, we had a segment called the Dark Horses of EPL, where we had Aston Villa, we had West Ham. Was it Crystal Palace, the other team? No, it was Newcastle. We had Aston Villa, Newcastle, and West Ham. And yo, it looks like indeed Aston Villa is the real
No,
dark horse of the
Newcastle, not
EPL.
West Ham.
Yeah, yeah, the real dark horse of EPL. They're doing so good. They're coming so strong, and I'm not disappointed, but rather happy for the whole Aston Villa team. They just beat Bayern Munich over the week, rather midweek, 1-0, convincingly. By the way, convincingly, a beautiful goal from Duran, who came off the bench. Colombian, by the way. I know what. What's your take on Aston Villa, Josh?
John Duran is the new old Ghana Solskjaer. I mean, he's the super sub. He's the super
Mm.
sub. But for me, Aston Villa is really in a buoyant mood. They are really confident about their season. The new lad that they brought in midfield, Morgan Rogers, is very unplayable. I mean, he does things that you would think that maybe he's 26 and he has been at this stage before, but it's his first season in the Premier League. He's been playing in the Championship, but it's such a joy to watch. I mean, he glides through the pitch with a lot of ease. He does not use a lot of energy when he's dribbling, but he's not fast. You know, he doesn't have that lightning pace, but he glides through the pitch and gets past players and brings Oli Watkins in, or John Duran, or Jaden. I mean, it's Aston Villa is in really a good place. But the thing that gives me confidence that Villa will maybe win this game is the fact that the difference between Villa and Man United is that Villa has the desire. Aston Villa is willing. They're very energetic. They want to make things happen for themselves. They come into games believing that they will do everything in their power to get a result from the game, which is not the case with United. I told you for the game we played yesterday that at 2-0 up, we still didn't look like a side that was going to win that game. We looked very worried. We looked like we were not concerned. We were not ruthless in our approach. That is not just in front of goal, but the players themselves. And this whole choice of the manager to play a very chaotic style of football, I mean, it has just gotten to my nerves because you cannot win football games playing that way. And
Josh,
there's
let's.
something that concerns me. There's
Mm,
something, Isaac.
yeah,
There's something that concerns me about Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag, especially this season and maybe last season. But let's talk about this season. I'm really
yeah.
concerned
Josh,
with Eric Ten Hag.
just Josh. Sorry. Let me say something shortly. I mean, let's look at the
Okay.
head-to-head record. The last 5 matches, uh, where we have. I mean, Aston Villa's lost. In other words, United has won 4. They've beaten Aston Villa 4 times, and Aston Villa has won only once, zero draws. 20, November 6, 2022, Aston Villa beat Man United 3-1. And then we have November 22, EFL Cup. Man United beat Aston Villa 4-2. Last year, 30th April, in the Premier League, Man United beat Aston Villa 1-0. And we also have still last year in December, 27th December, Man United beating Aston Villa 3-2. And of course, earlier this year, before the season ended, we had Man United beating Aston Villa 2-1 at Villa Park. And if we look at their recent form, last 5 games, Villa's won 4 with 1 draw. And that is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful performance from Aston Villa. Josh, as I was saying, Villa's won 4 of the 4 and drew 1 in their last 5 games, and United have won only 1 with 3 draws and 1 loss. The one is the win. Is it the one? The Southampton. Let me check them out. Oh my God, that's the Barnsley game where United excuse me, thrashed Barnsley 7-0. The other game, it was 0-0 with Crystal Palace, 1-1 with FC Twente, lost to Tottenham 3-0. Then the game yesterday, 3-3, blowing the lead away. I mean, you look at all this and you see Aston Villa is coming in really strong. And if I'm to give you their last, the games, as I've said, they've won 4, drew 1. Of course, they beat Young Boys 3-1. They beat Aston Villa. Sorry, they beat Wolves 3-1. No, Aston Villa beat Young Boys 3-0, beat Wolves 3-1, beat Wycombe 2-1, Ipswich 2-2, and yeah, the game on Wednesday where they beat one of the big teams, the top clubs, UCL top clubs, that's Bayern Munich, beating them 1-0. So, I mean, I look at all these and I'm worried for Manchester United, honestly speaking. As a Manchester United fan, I'm really, really, really worried for them. Yeah, I see Sinan in the comment section. Hi, Sinan. What's up? How are you? Hope you're good. Today, I'm not saying anything to Josh. Josh, you gave Sinan all the confidence that they're going to beat man. And I see Nelson. Nelson is saying Ten Hag should forget his philosophy for a moment. Let, let him win games. The players we have are capable of playing good football and winning games. It's hard to be it's going to be a hard game against Aston Villa. I do agree. He needs to, he needs to, by the way, he has a lot. He has that ego. Did you see what Ben McCarthy said about it? Of course, in a nice way, but he was describing him in other words.
But Isaac, Isaac, what
Yeah.
is a man? Isaac, what is a man without his ego? I mean, you must have your ego at all costs. But
Well, not
the
when
thing
it's
though is,
costing
I also
Manchester
agree
United.
with Nelson. I mean, whatever happens, like I told you during the watch along, we must at all costs do what it takes to win some football games. So maybe the manager should just tweak it and make sure that we're winning football games.
Mm.
We don't necessarily have to play the style of football that he wants. Just just try and play like we played in his first season, because we didn't have the players that maybe he had wanted to have at the club. He played in a certain manner that we kept clean sheets, we won a few games, we had some decent performances. I mean, the football was not the best, but United was winning games. So I mean, there was something to build on. So at this point of the season, I think he needs to get points on the board much more than him emphasizing that the team must play in that chaotic manner of his.
I'm still laughing at the comment where Sinan came and said, "Hello, Isaac."
Isaac,
Then after he said, "Today, I'm not talking. I'm not saying anything to Josh." Yeah, I find that very funny. Anyway, some good insights ahead of the game
oh
on
shit.
Sunday. Aston Villa have won just one of their last 25 Premier League home games against Man United. Drew 8, lost 16. Then we see Man United have won 40 Premier League games against Aston Villa, with only one. Yeah. Then also there's Manchester United have lost 8 Premier League matches by a margin of 3 or more goals under Eric Ten Hag. And I saw that today, by the way, Josh. We are so poor. We've conceded 2 more goals already, 2 more goals already compared to the start of last season. Can you imagine? That's how bad it is under Ten Hag. As you said, as you mentioned earlier, we keep on breaking unnecessary records, unnecessary bad records, and it's not something nice. Then I see Peace is saying we are getting used to the draws, the way you get a
Yeah.
point. It's like uh, it's like being cut off, but on the line. Need I say more? Man, Liverpool. Everyone that is watching, Peace is a Liverpool fan, so we understand when she says
No,
that. So
but
Man
I
United
mean,
fans,
it is very dif- it is very difficult for us, but at least we should find a way to win football games.
we should. It's sad that we cannot kill off games. The game, yesterday's game, was one of those games. So hyped. We scored the second goal. I'm everywhere, standing, breaking the couch. I mean, dancing on my table. The next thing I know, it's 2-2. Second half
I'm
is on.
concerned
The
about
person who
Manchester
has,
United not having
yeah, not having who?
Zidane.
What, what does it say? Every time Josh predicts United games, we
As
end up.
every time.
I wish Ziad was
It's
on.
not
Ziad
my
would be.
fault. It's Eric Ten Hag. It's Eric Ten Hag. I don't know why he keeps doing that. I mean, he should stop playing that chaotic football. But tonight, don't you worry. As in, my prediction is for Aston Villa, so maybe we shall win the game. Yeah,
Well, Villa, by the way, has some injuries. They have McGinn. He's a very good player. They have Mings. They have Kamara. I like Kamara, by the way. At one point, I thought Man
yeah.
United under Louis Van Gaal, they were going to go in for Kamara. Onana, Josh, we are lucky. Onana is out, but they still beat. I mean, they've still beaten some of the teams. And Ramsey, I thought, oh, Ramsey walked off the pitch. I remember. Is it? No, it's Leon Bailey who walked off. I don't remember. It's Ramsey who walked off. Then Leon Bailey came on the game against Bayern Munich. Then shortly after, Leon Bailey was also subbed off. Uh, I see Sinan saying, by the way, Josh, we all united no matter what. Josh, are you listening?
Yeah, we united 100%.
And for United, of course, as always, Bruno Fernandes. I thought Bruno Fernandes is not suspended. He's going to be coming. I thought the card was
Yes, he's
rescinded.
not suspended.
Yeah, I don't see why
It
they listed
was.
him here. Yeah, but of course we have Mason Mount, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, and Tyler Malasia. Man, Luke Shaw and Tyler, excuse me, Luke Shaw especially needs to leave the club. He's done nothing but
Yeah, he
getting
needs
sick.
to leave the club. We should stop counting on Luke Shaw because Luke Shaw is not going to get any fitter. Even if Luke
Yeah,
Shaw were to come back at this point, he's not going to benefit the team. He's not going to give us the best of the performances that we used to see that he gave us. So I don't think that we should be counting on Luke Shaw. But Isaac, I was trying to tell you something. I'm a bit concerned about this United side under Eric Ten Hag, and that is why I start to be convinced that maybe it is time for him to leave the club.
to
When you
pack and
start
leave
to
the club.
see
Yeah,
that the players, when you start to see that the players do no longer have the urgency or intensity to play a football game, then
yeah,
you worry about the manager because not that they've downed tools, but there's this whole vibe of we are just walking through this game. I mean, no one is running, no one is making last ditch tackles. Not by running, you are just making have that ball. No one is fight. I mean, these are seasoned pros. At a certain point during that game, they should have just stopped and looked at it and told themselves that, you know what, we are 2
I'm
nil
sorry,
up.
Josh.
Let's just hold
Yeah.
our ground and go back into let's just hold our ground and go back into the dressing room with a 2-0 lead. We have to be patient. I mean, we have to have control of the game. There was no need to keep rushing to keep why is everyone rushing the ball?
Well, Josh, I'm reading something here that Ziad has written. I see Man United Executive Committee to meet in London on Tuesday within 48 hours
It's
of
from
Aston Villa
Ziad.
game as
Yeah.
scrutiny. Yeah, as
I'm
scrutiny grows on
yes, I'm
manager
seeing
Ten
the
Hag.
comment.
A previously scheduled meeting, Joe Glazer flying in the Athletic. I'm on the Athletic because they have to. There's the Athletic, and then there's the Athletic football. Oh yeah, it's true. I see it's Adam Crafton who had that Man United Executive Committee 2 hours ago. Well, Ziad, Josh has finally coiled. Josh has finally given up.
Ziad, I have
He
finally
agrees
seen
with
the
you
light.
now.
Yeah, I have finally seen the light.
He asked
Because for
yesterday,
me,
has
the
he finally
performance.
seen the light?
By the way, I still don't want the manager to leave the club until the end of the season.
Well, it doesn't
I
look
have
that way, Josh.
finally
I'm
seen
telling
the
you.
light because for me, those performances, players cannot continue to play like that, and you expect to be the manager of a football club that is serious.
Mm, well, Ten Hag needs to. I mean, if it's the decision making, he needs to do something about it. As I said earlier, Ratcliffe said it's not his decision to fire Ten Hag, but the board. And by the time someone starts saying that, that looks like something is about to happen. Hi, how are you, Josh, and all the viewers?
Hi,
Then I
and
see yes, Joe Glazer is coming. Coming is interesting. He signs the checks. Yeah, it's interesting. I
Joe
mean, the
Glazer
club
is
is really
coming
doing
is
so bad.
interest.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
signs the
yeah,
checks.
but Ziad, I'm most worried about what happens to United when Eric Ten Hag has left his post. But for me, at this point, I do believe that a manager who comes in can resuscitate our season. It's not yet very bad. I mean, we can still achieve top four if we get the right man in. Watching yesterday's game, I even felt that even if Darren Fletcher took over, we would be better than Eric Ten Hag,
Oh,
and
come on,
that
man.
is a low blow.
That is a low blow.
Believe you me, as in it felt like that. I mean, there's a
George,
lot of lack of
Josh,
urgency, energy.
Josh, we need you to set and hug out. I'll say it.
Come on,
And
no,
hug
no, not
out.
yet.
Enough is enough.
No,
Seriously.
not yet. No,
He's turning out
no,
to be a
not yet.
clown.
But
Not yet, and yet you say
no, it's
you've
not a.
coiled.
Yeah, no, no, no. Enough is enough. But yo, it's difficult. It's getting very difficult.
So, in
It's
others,
almost
you're worried that if Ten Hag
unacceptable.
is Taj, I see in the comment section, what's up, Taj? What's up, Taj? Taj is a Liverpool fan, and
Yo, Taji,
Taj,
hi Taji.
I have no words right now. You guys are balling. Liverpool is balling. Hope you're good though, Josh. You're saying you're worried about Ten Hag. I mean, you would like, of course, you're
No,
tired of Ten Hag,
I'm
but you
concerned.
want him to be fired at the end
I'm
of this. You're
concerned.
concerned.
I'm concerned about Manchester United playing the way we
Okay.
are playing without urgency, without any intensity. There's no control. Even when you're playing for an amateur footballer Sunday league, you know that when you're 1-0 up at a certain point, you're going to shut up shop. I mean, you're going to just hold your resolve for a few minutes when the opponent is bombarding you with attacks to just calm down the game. Then again, you can later go on and attack. But United starts a game, they play well for 20 minutes, play awfully for 20 minutes, play well for 5 minutes, play awfully for 30 minutes. I mean, we cannot go on like that.
No, we cannot. I'm just here. I'm just here to see the antidemies of my bro. Man, it's very sad.
No,
It's
no, no,
very,
no,
very
no.
sad, Taj.
Taji, like the demise might take longer because I mean, you might actually enjoy it much longer because for me, Sir Jim Ratcliffe saying what he said in the interview is very telling, because it looks like it was a message to the people in charge. Those are the
To
management
take
people, that,
action.
yo, guys, you gotta pull up yourselves and sack this guy.
Yep. It was more like, yo, guys, maybe it's right about that time you start. I mean, the thought is there, but maybe you have to do something about it. I mean, put things in motion already. Bruno Fernandez, a few minutes ago, came out and said this is a tough moment as a team. And personally, for me, one of the hardest, almost 5 years at the club with ups and downs, good and bad moments. Personally, I've always had challenges and adversities throughout my career, and something that's never happened was that I go silent or hide myself from responsibilities in difficult moments. I know it sounds cliche, and most of you United fans will be tired of it, but no one is more disappointed than myself with my own moment. Even though this moment, I appreciate all of you that had positive messages on behalf, is it your messages of belief in me and the team? I mean, that is Bruno Fernandez, the Manchester United skipper. Uh,
That that
we
that
s-
was really unfair. That red card was unfair.
yeah, Ziad says just seeing Ten Hag is a bold clown.
No,
And
I
man,
cannot.
Liverpool fans,
The
stop it,
man,
stop
the
it,
man
stop
is
it.
Dutch.
Taj is saying Ten Hag in. I believe Van Nistelrooy can take on United. Uh, Josh, I'm also at Ten
Yeah, yeah,
Hag's
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone loves Ten Hag, but he's
Yes,
messing
yes,
up
yes.
a lot.
That's Sinan. Yes, Sinan.
He's messing
No,
up a lot,
Patron, you
Josh.
cannot
Everyone
say
wants Ten
everyone loves.
Hag. No, I
You
do, but
cannot
he's
want
messing
Ten
up.
Hag and not
I've told
want
you,
him.
Josh, what he did yesterday, taking off your best player, okay, who has scored a goal and an assist,
No,
and is
actually,
still even looking
but you
more of
just
a threat, and
explained.
you take him off. Yeah, I did.
No,
But Josh,
you
maybe if
just
he had
explained
stayed
the
on,
reasons for which make a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to take off a player who is maybe not playing as you wish that he would be playing defensively, because his overall game must be quite good. I think that's why Marcus Rashford said what he said on to Goldbridge, that
mm,
not everyone is what not everyone is happy
ah,
for you.
yeah. By the
Hey,
way, I
you
saw
cannot
what
make
he said.
everyone happy.
Yeah. Yo, what was that all about? Was it because of that?
Yeah,
because he
that's
got
I
subbed
guess
off?
that's what he meant.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy. I
think
didn't see
that's
that coming.
I think yeah, he must have had an argument with the manager.
Josh, what made you see the light? Ziad is
And
asking.
that is not a manager who is going to
What
take it. That
made you see
manager
the light, Josh?
the performance you see, whenever Ten Hag has been pushed to the wall, um
Mm,
the team has performed better. You see, even
that's
when
true.
Man United lost 7-0 to Liverpool, it was the approach, it was the tactical approach that he deployed that exposed Man United, and Liverpool was a better team. You understand?
Mm,
He just did not
yeah.
respect that there is a team better than him. You understand? So to me, uh, much as we lost 7-0, that didn't look so bad. That didn't look so bad from a manager's point of view, because the manager's point of view, he was just looking at his side being the better side. There's his side being the better side, and it will get the better of Liverpool. Liverpool outdid us. We were so exposed, but we could learn from that, and we went forward learning from that. The problem that made me see the light, yeah, which has been going on for quite some time. Maybe I've just been adamant to support the manager because I want the
You have,
manager to do better.
and
Is
it feels good
because
when you agree, rather when
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
accept.
It is no, it is because of the performances. When I saw the game yesterday at 2-0 up, I could not believe that United was going to win this game because we were
Yo,
still not playing like a team that is organized. Organized, we were not intense. There was a lack of urgency. There was no control in the game. 2-0 up, no control in the game. I mean, for me, those are things that would make a manager leave. And Aston Villa is not going to spare us. I don't see a midfield of Kobe Mainu might not be fit for that game. So Ugarte is not yet ready. So we're going to have maybe Ugarte, Ericsson, and Casemiro. Oh, Fernandez is available. We might have Casemiro,
Fernandez is
Ugarte,
available.
and yeah, we might
No,
have Ugarte, Casemiro, and Fernandez, or Ericsson, Ugarte, and Fernandez.
Josh,
But
you know what? Now that
all in
you've talked
all,
about,
whomever
hold on,
is
Josh.
played,
Let's go into the predicted
whomever
lineups,
is,
Josh. Man United, rather Aston Villa versus Man
yeah,
United. Predicted lineups. So once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. We are looking at the predicted lineup. Manchester in sorry, why do I keep saying Aston Villa versus Man United? Josh, before you say, I see Taj in the comment section saying I said it while watching the games. What did he say? He said, at two, I knew you wouldn't win it. Man, come on, Taj. Really? Everyone had
no.
given up.
But by the way, I
Everyone
agree
thought
with.
that was a
I
wrap.
might. I also believed United was not going to win the game because of the way we were playing. No control, no
Mm,
intensity, no urgency. There's a poor discipline about the positions we take on the pitch. We were so chaotic. We are so
very.
chaotic, and the manager has failed to see this. So that is what makes me see
I
the
think
light
he's just
because
being stubborn,
the
rather
manager.
stubborn. He's seen it, but he's just being stubborn,
Yeah, but
Josh.
it is exactly, and it is not helping him. It is not
Not at
helping
all.
him because I thought he would see it and change it.
Josh, I'll give you my predicted lineup. I see Onana in the goal. Uh, but it's surprisingly, I think Maguire might start. I'm saying, but
Yeah,
anyway,
he
I'll give
will.
you my lineup. I
He will,
see
and he might score against himself.
Onana in the goal. Fullbacks, Dalot and Mazarawi. Then the CBs, Lisandro Martinez and the Ligt. I'm saying because Ten Hag is very stubborn. I mean, Lisandro Martinez is I mean, his last three games have been awful, but we're going to come back to that. So that's Onana. Right back, I have Mazarawi. Left back, I have Dallo. CBs, I have Lisandro the Butcher and Delict. In the midfield, I have Ugate and Mino with Fernandez ahead of them. Then Ahmad Diallo from the right, Rashford left, and Rasmus leading the line. Josh. Anyway, I see Taj in the comment section says because I've seen Man United do many things even last season in other tournaments. Plus, they weren't playing well. It was mistakes on the goalkeeper. Really? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so, Taj. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Then it says Porto was the better team. Porto was the better team, even at 2-0. Oh, that is. I mean, if I remember, no, I think the first 20 minutes were very okay, Taj. The first 20 minutes, the first 25, okay, 20 minutes were very good. For 20, first 15, 20 minutes were okay for Man United, but all of a sudden, somehow things went south for us, and we lost the game. I mean, I call that a loss because you can't throw a one, I mean, a 2-0 lead just like that. And this reminded me of the game against Copenhagen where we're up, was it 2-0? Ended up losing 3-4. Galatasaray, it was the same. We're up 2-1. We ended up losing 3-2. Then the game against FC20, we were leading well. There comes a player, comes through, running through us and scores, rather throws in an assist. Goal is shaking. And now yesterday as well. So you see things are really not so good. And we are really struggling, struggling so much. Shout outs to you, Textra, shout outs to you. Uh, Taj says exactly. Bro, I don't know what happened yesterday. It was really, really, really assembling. Josh, you're back? I don't know what happened yesterday. It was really, really ashaming. But we have, I see, we also have, you say, see why I said you wouldn't even win up to two. Yeah, I know. I understand when you say that, by the way. I understand when you say that. I do understand when you say that. It was very, very horrible. And
Yeah,
something not nice. Something is cooking at Villa Park for Manu, though. I can tell you that.
yeah. It looks
I'm
like it.
worried.
It looks like it.
I'm
It looks
worried.
like
Josh,
something is
what's your.
cooking, but I prefer. I'm sorry. I hope that the manager does something that we don't think he's capable of doing, and he abandons his chaotic approach of football. I think United
Yeah.
has what it takes to beat Aston Villa, even if Aston Villa is in this type of form, because United has always found a way to beat Aston Villa.
Yeah, I see the textra still says Manu is a super team. However, too much emotions at the moment. Yo, emotions are spilling everywhere. Fans are not happy with Den Hag. Fans are not happy with how things are going currently at the club. And you can't really blame them. I mean, I just read out some of the games we lost a lead. Yesterday was horrific. Yesterday was embarrassing. Very, but again, I mean, I'm happy it wasn't at Old Trafford because I mean, the whole season, this whole season. Sorry about that. As I was saying, we've not won anything at Old Trafford. No, we've won. I think one. Was it the game against Fulham? I think we've won only one
Yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we've
It was
scored
at
only
home.
one game too. Yeah, and we've scored only one game. That's the game. Joshua Zaxi scored. Yeah, and also one goal. Uh, Textra says Ten Hag is capable of staying. Is only capable of staying shut when games are on. He needs to be more impactful on the pitch. Josh, that's what I was saying. You remember, Josh?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Looks like Josh. You there?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying that's what I was saying. Then it says at Villa
Isaac.
though. I don't think that is going to happen. I don't think that is going to happen. I don't think that is going to happen. Then say Taj, that will never happen. Villa beat Bayern. Yo, by the way, I did enjoy. I know there was Liverpool playing. I don't remember what team they were playing, but I enjoyed the Villa game. The Villa game was really, really nice. That it was so cool. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to watch the game. And it looks like I'm all for now, Emery. I mean, if United beat Man United, the next thing you know, he'll be at Old Trafford taking over the reins as the Man United manager. Yo, Josh,
You see,
Textra is
Taji, you see, Taji, uh, what I was talking about was every time that United has been pushed on against the wall, we found a way to actually do something different. So I'm just hoping that the manager abandons his chaotic approach of football and actually
guys. We're really having connection issues. Anyway, I see Taj is trolling. Taj is trolling Textra at Villa Park. Yeah, anything can always happen. Anything can always happen. Anything can always happen. And yeah, who knows? Maybe we might win. We might win. Let's just keep our fingers crossed for Man United and pray for Man United. That's all I can say. We have other games going on. Some of the games, Arsenal will be playing Aston Villa. Sorry, Arsenal. Man, Aston Villa is on my head. I'm even so worried. Arsenal will be playing Southampton at the Emirates. Then we have Crystal Palace hosting Liverpool. Man City hosting Fulham, Brentford playing against Wolves. Then we have West Ham against Ipswich, Leicester City against Bournemouth, Everton against Newcastle, Chelsea against Nottingham Forest, Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspurs. That's also a good game. That's also a good game. Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm looking out to that game. I think I'll be watching that game too. It's a really a very very nice game. Uh, I see. Yeah, Textra, you're so. Why? He says yes. The last time we played you at Villa Park, Man U came from behind to win 3-2. We lost three important players to injury just after halftime, but that is no excuse. Man U is a good side. Then I see Textra saying, "Sports just calm down." Yo, there is no way Man United. See, I'm a Manchester United fan, but there is no way Man United is beating Aston Villa over the weekend. There is no way. They're in such a great shape. Out of their 5 games, I've told you they've won
Yeah,
convincingly.
but you
Yeah,
also
Josh.
said there was no way Man United was winning. You also said there was no way Man United was winning the FA Cup against City. But that
Yeah,
day we came
Josh.
out and we played properly.
No, that was a
It's
miracle,
just that
Josh.
the manager, it wasn't a
That
miracle at
was
all. We
that was a
bettered
miracle.
City. We bettered that.
Mm-mm,
How?
mm-mm,
How was it a
mm-mm.
miracle? So the
I'm
miracles
telling you.
stopped. The miracles ran out. There are no more miracles
Well,
tomorrow on Sunday. They cannot
no,
be
there are no
one.
more miracles. After what I watched, there are no more miracles. And Dexter is saying, why Villa drew with Ipswich, finding the right team to play Bayern. Only reason we drew. That also. Oh wait, Dexter, you're a Villa fan? Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, I think that also makes sense. He didn't want to risk it all, so he had to rest some players. He had to prepare for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is a very huge game, but I liked how Aston Villa played. The fact that you even had a goal, you were even a goal. I mean, you went in, scored a goal that was disallowed due to, is it offside?
It was
That
never
shows you
a
how
goal.
Villa
It was
wanted it.
never a goal.
No, no. My point is, I mean, they had the ball in the net already. That shows you how hungry they wanted the game. The ball is round, anything is possible. But from my view, no, no, no way. This will be an epic game, guys. No, it's not going to be an epic game. One of the team has 13 points sitting in the fifth position, the other 7 points in the 13th position. So I don't see how that is an epic game.
But the
I do
difference
not
is
see how
just
that is.
five points. The difference is just
Josh, I
points
don't
between
see.
Man United and Villa. I
Yeah,
mean,
Josh,
this
but
Villa you're speaking about so highly.
y-
The
y-
difference from a poor Man United side and Aston Villa is 5 points.
okay, Josh, wait when it stretches to 8 points on Sunday.
You dig? Just
Uh,
five
Taj
points.
says Taj says this Man United team is at its poorest. Bro, we suck. I would be pretending and lying. Will Villa will beat them mainly on confident composure and the crowd. And the crowd, Villa has a very wild
Now that
crowd.
will be an issue.
Yeah, that is going to be an issue. And they're so they're so hyped after the game against Bayern. Do you know what it means for Aston Villa beating Bayern Munich? Josh, do you know what it means? After how many
Yeah,
years? Approximately
I
40 or
actually
35?
the
I mean,
players,
out of UCL? Yo, that is crazy, man. That is crazy.
but
Textra says yes, bro.
Aston Villa is
UTV.
unbeaten. Aston Villa is unbeaten against
Yo, Josh, you're saying
Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa is
is
unbeaten?
unbeaten against Bayern Munich.
Josh, man,
Against
come
Bayern
on.
Munich. So you're looking about, yes, it is.
It has beaten Bayern Munich before. It is not news for
Uh,
Aston Villa to beat Bayern Munich.
Extra UTV. By the way, I didn't
In
click. I
82
didn't
when
get that
Bayern
earlier. Up the Villa. Now I get you. I'm rooting and behind you until
mm,
Ten Hag is out. It looks like I'm switching sides at least temporarily until Ten Hag is out. That says Josh. We know how 1 point is very important.
you know,
How a point or
you will
1 point is very important in
want
this
Ten Hag
league.
to go out and you get Gary Neville.
No, there is no way. Come on, I would fly to Manchester myself. I would go to Carrington and protest.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
It is very it is very it is very important a point, yeah. And actually, if we got one from Villa Park on Sunday, that would be a very good point. But for me, besides even the result, I'm just more interested in seeing the manager adapting to certain ways which are not his ways, which are not
mm,
the most comfortable ways that he wants his teams to play, so that we can actually maybe have a running a running after the international break. But the way things are, we just look so bad.
yeah,
You see,
Textra is also
Textra, tell
throwing.
him,
I know he's throwing it right in my face, saying Bayern has never beaten us. We beat them twice in history, same score. While they were at this
yo,
at that
Textra
time,
is on
number one in the
fire.
world, like today. Man, I'll be hyped up, Josh. I would be hyped up. We need to do a dark
Yeah,
horse.
but
I mean, right now, right now, Aston Villa is the
you
dark
bought a
horse of
very decent
EPL.
player. You bought a very
Once again,
decent player in Morgan Rogers, because
oh,
Morgan
by the way,
Rogers has
Textra,
won rings around
Morgan Rogers
every.
is one hell of a player. Very, very good player. He's a fantastic player. To me, he's outstanding in that team. And whenever he's away, I mean, try not to lose him to injuries or anything. He's a very fantastic player, and I think Unai is really utilizing him and using him so well. I can't wait anyway for the game. Uh, Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports
You
Jazz,
actually
Josh, and
got an
Isaac.
upgrade on McGinn. You got an
Uh,
upgrade on McGinn because for
Sports
me,
Jazz, Josh, and Isaac. Josh, earlier, I mean, we're looking at the predicted lineup. What's your lineup? What's your lineup, Josh? What's your lineup? Up the Villa, blessings. Oh,
I
Dean
hear
Mudrock,
you.
rather Mudrock, Muddock, Dean Mudrock. You're also, man, we have very many Up the Villa fans in the building. Shout out to you, Dean. Oh, come on, Dean. Really? You didn't just say that? Sinan and Josh, we expect you to put up a fight. Where is Ziad? Dean says 4-0 for Aston Villa. My God, that would be a good thrashing. That would be a thrashing. Josh, that would be a thrashing. Uh, and I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen, because if that happens, Ten Hag is losing his job right on this. Before he even leaves the field, he's losing his job. Then you see Sinan with his lineup: Onana, Mazarawi, Maguire, Martinez. Oh, you're sitting out the leaked. Okay, Dallo, Fernandez, Ericsson, Casemiro, Ahmad, Zakzi, Holland, and Rashford. How many players are those, Sinan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sinan, those are very many players. You have to take out one. You really want goals. You have Zakzi, Holland, Rashford, all. You have to take out one. Taj says Josh was saying Villa is only 5 points away from Man United, but I'm letting him know how big a point is in the league, especially in the Premier League. Especially in the Premier League. That is true. And Textra is saying, big up Dean Maddock. Yes, up the Villa. I don't know why your Villa fans are so cocky, but you're playing very good football. And I was saying, Textra, the player in Morgan Rogers, and you got him at a very very cheap price. He's so far to me, he's your best player. He's a player to look out for, and you're soon going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. Josh,
Yo,
Josh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean it's
I'm
4-0.
here.
Dean
I'm
says
here.
4-0. And oh my god, just check what Dean just said. You know, Sinan gave his lineup, so he gave 12 players. So when I told him there were 12 players, there's one more extra. Dean replied saying, "You'll need 12 players on Sunday anyway." Yeah, Josh, you're ready? Sorry, Josh. Yeah, your lineup. I catch you off earlier on your lineup, Josh.
um, for United, I think they will keep the back four. I hope that they do actually keep the back four and they don't bring in Maguire, because it will be a nightmare. It will already be a nightmare with Lisandro Martinez playing, but I would prefer a night a long day of Lisandro Martinez than nightmare of Harry Maguire, because he tends to do three things very poorly: play one game well,
Okay.
score, whatever, play the ball into the path of a striker, or lose concentration. He does those things all the time. And I'm
Yeah,
tired of that. I would rather not see that. I know the team is bad, but just give me a few bad things, but not Harry Maguire. Then
you really don't like
um,
Harry Maguire. Come on,
I
he
think
saved you last
Onana
night.
will be in goal. Delict and Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, I don't. As in, it's painful to watch him play football. I mean, for at least for 90 minutes, you could watch him for maybe 15, but it's painful watching Gary Maguire play football. Anyhow, Onana in goal, Delict and Lisandro Martinez, Mazraoui and Dallo. Then in midfield, the midfield is horrible because three of the five players that will be chosen in midfield will not manage to overpower Morgan Rogers in that midfield. Tillemans is the weaker player, but then Tillemans is the best passer. So I mean,
And
it's a
man,
really
we're so
long
lucky
day,
Onana is
and
even out.
United
We are
knows how to
lucky.
concede goals when the game is about to end. And John Duran is tailor-made for such things. And
Yeah.
up front, Rashford, Ganacho, and Rasmus Hoyland.
Yo, Dean
But I
and
would rather have
Textra have taken
Joshua
over the
Zagzi
chat.
than Rasmus Hoyland. Rasmus Hoyland is a player who can come off
Mm.
the bench, but Zagzi is not a player who can come off the bench to change a game.
Yo, Dean and Textra have taken over the chat. Ziad is off. Sinan can hardly see a thing. Josh also is quiet, guys. You see, he's already hiding. He doesn't want to show his face. He's too sad. So, and I have to stand here. I have to take off the bullets.
Villa
You
in
know,
the
I,
building, Villa in the
I'm like
building.
this. I'm the Hulk. Everyone is shielding. I'm shielding everyone. See, earlier on, Dean said United after Sinan mentioned 5 players, and I said I'd rather 12. I said one is extra, and Dean said they will need 12 players anyway. And he went on to say, and still lose with 12 players. That is not fair. Extra, it's not. Then he said, Harry is a time bomb. To have Harry Maguire and Casemiro on the pitch at the same time is suicide. I think Casemiro, if he has a good player next to him, of course he's not that kind of player that he used to be. But if he has a good player around him, maybe something good can happen. Uh, then Sinan says, my winning team, Onana. Okay, this is a refined one. Onana, Mazarawi, Maguire, still Maguire. Martinez, Dallo, Fernandez, Ericsson, Ahmad. Ah, yo, Sinan, now who's going to be in your midfield? Who's going to be in your hall? Ericsson and Fernandez? He, he, he
Yeah,
just wants,
against
I
Morgan
see,
Rogers and Tillemans.
he just wants goals. Uh, uh, Dexter says Duran is a very unpredictable player. He can be horrific for Man United when he's ready. Yo,
He
did you see
will
that
be.
goal he
He
scored?
will be.
That goal that he
He will
scored
be.
against Bayern was superb. Very, very beautiful goal.
Yeah, but he's that type of player, and is in a really good form.
And I like that Unai Emery has continued to use him as a substitute, because he will break his good feel factor when he starts to start him in games. But the fact that he's scoring off the bench, there's a good feel factor about when he comes on, and it is a good thing that he leaves him outside the starting 11.
Yeah, man, that goal, eh? And it was a one touch. Yo, that goal was superb, superb. Textra or Dean, please, if you could give me your lineup, how you'd want it to, your starting lineup against, how you'd line up against Man United. He says, check all his goals. His technically and vision, his technicality and vision is to the next level. He's a very good player. Uh, I think, of course, Martinez. By the I rate the keeper, Aston Villa keeper, number one in the Premier League. I don't know why United went for Onana.
By
Anyway,
the
it
way, it
was,
is
I
going to
think,
be very
also
difficult for United to even score a goal
he has always bullied Man United.
because
He has even, you remember when
their
Ronaldo
keeper.
was back, Martinez was trying to troll him. You know,
But he's not the
yeah, he
best
says
keeper
he's
in
a
the Premier
killer
League.
from
Come
the.
on.
No, he is Josh. To me, Martinez, and I still anyway. Ten Hag bringing his old boys, but I think they should have gone for. They should have gone. I'm not saying Onana is bad, but of course he's not better than Martinez. To me, they should have gone for Martinez. They should have checked Aston Villa. Maybe they could have, with some money, United could have taken him. They could have signed him up. So for me, I have Martinez, Konsa,
Come on, he's not
um,
by any stretch. He's not by
Carlos,
any stretch now. Martinez is not the best keeper in the league.
Torres,
Have you
Digne,
met Alison Becker?
Alison Becker, Alison. Who? No, Liverpool's? No, he's not. Josh, he's not. Josh, yo, Josh.
He's
Okay.
like 100 times better than Martinez. 100.
Mm, no, 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 Josh. He's not. When it comes to saving
Yes,
penalties,
I'm here.
Martinez is high. When it comes to uh, no, Josh, I'm looking at it. No, Martinez is a better keeper. It's just because he was at Aston Villa. They had Steven. Is it Aston Villa that had that had Steven Gerrard? Yeah, it was Steven Gerrard. He was awful, man. I don't know what he thinks every time he watches them right now. But and the Liverpool legend, he was awful. I mean, the team was awful, but they look so good right now. They look a better team, and I mean, if you're ready to cut off Ten Hag, I don't know if the board is listening. If Manchester United is ready to cut off Ten Hag, either bring Unai or Omorim. I mean, there you have it. It will be nice. It will be a good game. I mean, to have them. Otherwise, I don't see anything good coming out of tomorrow's game. I don't see rather on Sunday. Yeah, it's tomorrow anyway. We're already into Sunday. I don't see anything good coming out already. So all I can say is Man United needs to brace. I see Textra sent his lineup. He says they have Martinez, Digne, Cosa, Paul Torres. Man, I like Paul Torres. I like Paul Torres. He's also one of those good players that I think the team should have gone for from La Liga and bring him up here in teams like Man United. I speak for Man United because it's my teams and it's worrying. Matt Cash back from injury tomorrow. I don't think he's going to play. I don't think Matt Cash is going to, rather to he's going to feature. Telsman, Onana. I thought Onana was also out
We need
injury. Oh
players
my
like
god.
that to play so we can have a chance to expose them. Yeah, Onana limped out during he limped off
Yeah,
during that Bayern game. I
if
don't
he's
think he'll be
back,
fit. But even if he's fit, Onana is not a player who scares me. He didn't
I
have
know
the
Josh is a
skill
good
set
player.
to scare me in the middle of the park.
He's a good player
It's
in the
just that
air
he just
and
has the
also his
fire in the
midfield.
belly. He just has the
Mm.
fire in the belly that United does not have, so he can be able to intercept balls and give them to carriers like Morgan Rogers, who can hurt United, or Telemans who can pick a pass. But
I think
Philo
and
James is also
Watkins. You're
not
not
a
worried
player
about
who
Watkins,
scares me.
Josh?
No, the biggest problem, the biggest player I am worried about in
Rogers,
Aston Villa is Morgan Rogers
Rogers.
and
Me too.
Martinez, and yeah,
Me too.
Martinez, the keeper, and Rogers. And then there is also the other thing that a player as basic as Madu Onana can even score a header against us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's good in the air. Sinan says Isaac Onana can't be
It's
good with that
basic. It's
midfield.
basic.
And by the way, you know why I'm worried about Maguire? Maguire cannot play. He cannot play from the back. So if you put him with Onana, expect trouble. Dean also comes. He says Martinez, Digne, Konsa, Paul, Matsen, Barkley, Telsman, Rogers, Watkins, Duran, or rather, yeah, Duran and Philogene. I don't think Barkley is going to start tomorrow. I like, by the way, Leon Bailey, guys. I love Leon Bailey, but he's injury prone. I saw him coming. Was he injured or was it poor performance? Because he was brought on for Ramsey, the game against Bayern Munich. Then after like 20 minutes or something, again he was taken off for Barkley. Sorry, I think it was for Ross Barkley. But on a good day, on a good day, Leon Bailey can be a problem. He's very good at carving balls. He's good at scoring those stunners. I mean, those beautiful wowing goals. He's good at crossing goals, assists, and everything. I'd have him. I would have him any day. Honestly speaking, but it's because of the injury thing. But Leon Bailey is a very good player. Josh, what do you think about Leon Bailey? Josh? Okay, let's go on. Textra says we were trained to play him, but he was really not ready for that pace of game. Maybe, but I love. He's good. He's good. I remember him back then at Bayer Leverkusen. He's one of those players that I think United should also. I mean, I'm a United fan, but I want every good player. Right now, there are two players I would love United to get from Aston Villa if they are buying Rogers and the keeper Martinez. Those are the only players I would love to have. Then Dean Rock says, yeah, Buckley will be a better start. He says he recently did a groin surgery. He's taking time to get back to full fitness. He's actually our right. Oh, yeah. And you know, it was so sad that Steven Gerrard was not using him. It was very sad. I don't know what he had against Bailey because every time he subbed him on, you could see how he would play. You know, you could see how he would play. You could see the difference. I mean, he brought on the pitch, but for some reason, Gerard just hated on him, and I don't get it. Uh, Textra says no. I think because I talked about Rogers and Martinez, he says never. How can we sell? Everyone has a price. How can we sell them? Might as well sell the club. Yo, I'm so worried for Man United. The keeper is so good. Rogers too is fantastic. Telsman is also very, very good. Yo, Josh, I just said that from the Aston Villa team, United should go for the keeper
Yes.
Martinez and Rogers. And Textra says no
Yeah.
with a huge no. He said never.
No.
How
Actually,
can we sell
actually,
them? We
Martinez
might as well sell the club.
and Rogers.
Mm.
Yeah, but Martinez is a good one, and Morgan Rogers has just joined. So yeah, it's a difficult one. But so such players, Morgan Rogers is English, right?
Yeah. No, 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 no. Is he?
Yeah, I hope he's not because all that talent will go to West.
He's English, by the way, I think.
Yeah, he's English, and the problem with him being
And
English,
he's
I
22
mean,
years
they
old.
would just give him. Yeah, they would just give him
Mm-hmm.
one of those useless friendlies, and he plays. Then
Comes to the
he's
huge games, he's
forgotten.
nowhere.
He's nowhere. He's forgotten for maybe a Phil Foden or a Calvin Phillips, depending on the manager they get. But
Uh,
anyhow, Morgan Rogers, him being English helps a club like United because if you're playing for Aston Villa and a club like United comes for your signature, normally those English young men are turned.
he says for real, man. He won the World Cup, Copa America, so many trophies. How could we sell him? And we just started working on Rogers. He is loving his development. I think he's talking about the. It's called Martinez. Everyone has a price. I'm telling you. If United, if any team came in swinging for if Madrid came in swinging, I'm telling you, say bye bye. Madrid comes in, your player is going to beg. He's going to tell them my salary is reduced. I mean, I can even play for free, and he will go. But yeah, those two are very good players. Josh,
Madrid is no longer in the business of buying players.
yeah. By the way,
They're
they
no
don't.
longer in
It's
the
players
business
play
of
them.
buying players. I mean, they just wait for the player's contract to run out and maybe tap him in his last year. So, like Trent Alexander Arnold has his eyes on Real Madrid.
Mm. Well, Josh, Ziad is here to remind you that, in other words, here to say enjoy Ten Hag's last game on Sunday.
I don't think I will enjoy it because I don't see how he's going to change.
Then I
I
say,
hope he changes.
uh,
I hope he changes. I hope.
he's British.
Um,
Yeah, you hope he changes. I see Textra
yeah,
saying
yeah.
he's
I hope
British.
that Ten Hag
He has already
changes
been
and
scouted.
plays maybe.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Textra, yeah. But Textra United has a good record over you. I mean, out of the last 5 games, you've won only one. They've won all four, not even draw. You've won only one. You've lost four. In other words, they've lost one and they've won all 4 games. So you never know. Things can always turn out. I mean, the other way. Morgan Rogers is a Brit, a very good player, very very good player. I like him myself. Once again, guys, man, thank you so much for being part of the Family Sports Just Textra. I hope you subscribed, brother. Dean, I hope you subscribed, brother. Let's get there's a watch along. I don't know, Textra. We shall see if you will be available. We shall be having a watch along for that game on Sunday. If you're interested, I mean, you can always be part of the watch along. You get clowned by Josh or you clown Josh. Very good, nicely. He says, I know that, but look at the current form of the teams. Oh, you're talking about the history head to head. Anyway, the current form, we are poor. Man United is so poor. Once again, guys, thank you so much for being part of Sports Jazz. Please subscribe, like, and share the videos. Thank you so much. Respect, brother. Unless you're going back for Ronaldo and who and what and who left, bro. No, we cannot. We cannot. We cannot. Ronaldo. There is no way Ronaldo even would step around, rather at or come to Carrington with that Ten Hag there. Their beef is deep. Their beef is deep. But I saw him in one of the. Was it against Rio Ferdinand? Not against. Sorry, with Rio Ferdinand on his new channel. You are saying it's all love with Man United. He loves Real Madrid. He loves Man United very much. And maybe sometime he'll be back to the
Liar,
club. Like in
liar,
other words,
liar, liar,
he was saying in other words,
liar,
after Ten Hag
liar,
is gone, he'll be
liar.
coming back.
He
Yo, Dean, thanks,
no,
brother.
no,
Thanks,
no, no.
brother.
He
Shout out to
dented
you.
his
No,
legendary
Josh, he
status.
loves, he loves Man United.
No, no lies. He dented his
I think
legendary
whatever
status. I
that
mean,
interview with Piers
if you have,
Morgan,
if you love,
it's someone, it's a
yes.
player. He was hurt. You can't blame him. By the time someone comes
So,
out and spills, says
so
all that, he
I
was
mean,
hurt, and it's a big
I
name.
mean,
Yo,
if if you're hurt at your home, I mean, you beat up on your parents.
no, not really, not
That's
really.
what he
But the
did.
parents, if we are to talk about parents, it would be is it Sporting Libs, sorry, Sporting Lisbon, the team
No,
that
I
he came
mean,
from Portugal. Those are his actual parents. So no, we see it, Sinan saying United are going to buy Saliba. United are going to buy Saliba from Arsenal, Palmer from Chelsea, Gravenberch from Liverpool, Sinan in your dreams. Yo,
Believe you me, they
Dean
will
and
reach
Textra.
United.
Dean and
They will
Textra
reach
have taken over
United.
the stream in the comments. Up the Villa, and Textra says, up the mighty Villa. Yeah, we are going to be trolled if we lose this game. Big up all Man United fans. I hope to see you all on Sunday. Up the Villa. See you guys. See you very soon. Shout out to you, Dean. Shout out to you, Textra. Shout out to you, Ziad, Sinan, whoever was in the comment section. Everyone, we love you on. Keep it locked, guys. Share the stream, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the. I don't know whether we have a watch along tomorrow, but we shall see. But on Sunday, 100% we do have one. Once again, thank you so much for subscribing, Josh and Isaac. Turn on the notifications, subscribe once again. Signing out, guys. Cheers.